So in the world of AI, it might not be quite that easy to make some extra money as an Amazon seller, but there's plenty of new AI methods that we can use in 2026 and beyond to scale a lot faster. So in today's video, I'm going to be diving into the most detailed AI that's built specifically to help Amazon sellers. And let's just go ahead and get started because I know your time is valuable and you're excited to start plugging this stuff into your Amazon business. So right now, one of the best ways to leverage AI for Amazon sellers is on the Boxem AI. This is the software that you'll use to track profit, create shipments, get more feedback, and get ungated in bulk. But today I also want to use it to have the AI just walk me through the process of becoming an Amazon seller. And then in conjunction with the Boxem AI, I would also recommend downloading this. This is a free tool. Basically, it just listens to what you're saying and just makes it a little bit easier to type things, talk with AI, and just work on your computer faster in general. That'll apply to any business you run. But using Whisperflow, let's just go ahead and hop back into Boxy and say, hey Boxy, I'm a brand new Amazon seller. Can you walk me through the process of finding products that I can actually sell as a beginner? And then we can just go ahead and send that off to Boxy and let's see what it says here. So the first thing we need to do is figure out, hey, what can I sell on Amazon? Which I totally agree with. For a long time, probably the most common complaint that I heard from people who are getting into Amazon was, hey, I found products, but I can't get ungated. I can't figure out how to get approved to sell anything. So let's go ahead and use Boxy's suggested step one, which is to get bulk ungated. We're going to go ahead and run the suggested list and see how much we can get ungated in. So let's go ahead and click that link, and that's going to take me over to the inventory tab where I just want to go ahead and press bulk scan. And then I want to go ahead and click check suggested ASINs, or just as another note, you can also just input ASINs in the box here and it'll check those for you automatically. But what this is going to do as soon as I click this button is check a pre-selected list of about 750 products while I'm recording this video that have had a high success rate for new Amazon sellers to get auto approved in these brands. So these are brands that it can check up to 5 per second. And these are going to be brands that is applying for you on your behalf through your Amazon seller account. And if you see that this says ungating, you were either already approved to sell these brands or it just went ahead and applied to sell those brands for you and got your account approved. So you can see so far it's already ungated like 75 of the brands on that list. So I'm actually just going to give this a second to run and let's see what else Boxy is suggesting here. So it's saying to look for beginner friendly territory, looking for things that are auto ungated. Awesome. We're already planning on doing that. Let's go ahead and also use SellerAmp for fast analysis. So this is going to answer a lot of important questions, which I totally agree with. I've sourced pretty much all of my profitable items using SellerAmp. Looks like it's also suggesting some just like default beginner filters to look for. So we want to look for things that have under 100K BSR. Usually I like to source for things that are in the 100 to 150K BSR as a max range, but we can also look at the estimates on SellerAmp as we're diving in here. Make sure the fees actually work out. Totally agree. And then we can start sourcing from normal retailers. So I like it. Let's go ahead and pop back over to the bulk ungate check we did. And let's see, let's take one of these random brands here. So let's just grab this, for example. That's like a clothing brand of some kind. I think this is a Target brand as well. So this is actually a pretty good example. So what I want to do is I want to say, I just want to paste that ASIN and I'm going to say, hey Boxy, the auto ungate checker confirmed that this ASIN is auto ungated. What do I do with this ASIN now that I know that this is auto ungated? How can I find products based on this? Cool. So it's saying we can turn that into a brand we can mine into. I like that. We can definitely see what kind of potential there is. And then we can also see if we can find more sellable ASINs from sellers already selling that ASIN. So let's actually just go ahead and jump in based on that. So I'm going to go ahead and Google that ASIN there. So let's go ahead and pull up that Amazon listing right now for that product. Seems like we know it is just like a standard like black bra. We could always check and see if this like standard product from our list is already profitable. It's always good to just get a feel for what these things cost. There's the brand's website directly, and I do see Target sells them for like 23 bucks. Does the brand sell them on their website? No, it just says to go buy them on Amazon. Okay, sends you right back to where we were. So Target is probably going to be the move. So these are like 23 bucks. This one in particular, we need to buy for $17 or less according to SellerAmp to make an ideal profit range, which on something like women's clothing is very important. We need to make sure we have plenty of ROI just in case there's any returns or anything like that go on. But let's just go ahead and use what Boxy was suggesting to go ahead and find other things based on this. So it wants us to go ahead and pull up the storefronts of these other sellers. And then it wants us to go ahead and start skimming that storefront brand list. I like that. We can see how much potential is in those brands. And then it also wants us to see if those brands repeat between multiple sellers, which also makes sense. If that's true, then that would be a very reseller friendly brand. So let's just actually go ahead and pop open one of these sellers here. I'm going to pick an FBA seller specifically just just because FBA sellers are going to be more likely to be like a legit seller. FBM sellers can sometimes be like drop shippers or doing things that it makes it impossible for us to replicate how they're actually making money without breaking rules. So that's why I like to just storefront stock FBA sellers. And in this case, I want to look for the guy. So this person has the fewest feedback as well. So putting myself in the shoes of a new Amazon seller, the other people who have the lowest feedback are going to be the most similar to the type of business I run. And that obviously means we're going to be able to find some potential based on that. Let's see, what do they carry? They carry a lot of industrial and scientific products. They carry CDs. Interesting, like a good amount of their store is some of these like CDs and stuff. They're selling some Minecraft music. They sell beauty and personal care. All right, so we know what they like to sell. I also like to figure out what are their favorite brands. So in this case, this Bamboo Lab is a huge percentage of their store. They've clearly gotten very good at sourcing this particular product, and maybe that means we can make some money off of it. So let's start searching for this and see, what does this go for in general? Seems PLA basic. Is that what this is? PLA 3D. It's not really describing it in a detailed way. It's probably the basic one. Let's see. 1 kilogram. How much does this weigh? I'll say on here. Yeah, okay, 1 kilogram. And then let's see. It also says it has the reusable spool, which I noticed over here is a different version. So how much more does that cost? So this is 23 bucks with the spool. SellerAmp is showing me that I need to buy this for $13-ish to make a profit. And this also includes all of my shipping to Amazon. It includes sales tax, all the extra Amazon fees, that kind of thing. So just in case you're wondering if that's actually the true profit, yes, it would be. And it does seem like there is a pretty decent discount here. Let's see, as low as $12.99 per roll. Quick add. How do we get it to $12.99 per roll? Let's see. Let's just add a ton of these. When does it become $12.99 per roll? Let's see. Maybe never. Did I click this 115 times to see if the price goes lower? Yes, I did. Am I ashamed? Absolutely not. If it works, we make a bunch of money. But I don't think this is going to be cheap enough. So the cheapest option on this is 15 bucks. But that is good to know because I can see like this, for example, the max cost on this is also $15. So let's see if this one is potentially worth it. So I see the issue. So there's actually no buy box on this product. So no one currently has the add to cart button on the listing, which means that it's going to default to the storefront price. But really we need to look at the lowest price on the listing in general, which in this case is like 28 bucks. So we'd have to sell that for $12-ish. Let's see, what are these are like more expensive though, like mistletoe green. This one is $33. And then let's see, yeah, this is also in stock on our supplier. Let's see, ETA February 21st. Okay, I'm filming this on the 19th, so that is fine. It'll be here in 2 days. It's not like it's multiple month-long back order. And the mistletoe green, PLA basic. Okay, just because I see the spool in the picture and then the other one had the spool, I'm gonna assume we need the spool. So yeah, we're gonna be buying these for 15 bucks. They're gonna be selling pretty decently. Like this overall listing sells pretty well, and it will also be for a $5 profit. We can also check and make sure that this is going to be something that we can auto ungate. So let's pop back over here into the inventory tab on Boxem and click bulk scan. Go ahead and paste that ASIN. Let's check it. Awesome. So this is either auto ungated or something that I've already sold in the past. I don't remember ever selling something like this, so I'm going to assume this is an auto ungate. I was also seeing lots of other newer sellers on this, like we saw. Could be interesting. You can see, for example, this person has 4 feedback. This person has 0 feedback, so it's decently likely to be something that is as auto ungated. Let's see what else is on this listing, because now we know there's some potential here. This sells 17 times a month. Does it have the spool? Yeah, it does say it has the spool. It doesn't sell super fast, but we can buy it profitably. So this would be something maybe I'd get 10 units of. That last one that sells a lot more, kind of split between all the different colors I need to add, but this is like a pretty standard like green. So I'd probably test like 20 to 30 of those. So that would be like $100+ in profit just selling a product that's automatically approved. Here's another one. I'd probably only buy 10 of this just because it doesn't sell super fast. And then that would still be another 50 bucks a month or so in profit. Let's go ahead and keep scrolling down, because really all we're trying to do is create like a decent catalog of products that we can just restock over and over again. That's where it becomes really fun, basically. Let's see. Here's just the refill. That could be cheap enough, because with the refill alone, yeah, if we buy in bulk, which we obviously are going to, those are 13 bucks and our max cost is actually 14. So let's see. Let's go ahead and plug that in here. Yeah, we're buying these for 13. That is a $5.50 profit per unit. And once again, I'd probably just place a 10 to 20 unit test order here. If you're ever unsure, that's always a smart bet. Or what we can also do is go into the data offers tab on Keepa. So as far as product research goes, all you need is SellerAmp and Keepa, and then Boxem for the AI assistant, shipping products, basically everything you need to do with the back end of your business. And that'll be your software suite. Maybe you throw in a repricer like Flash Pricer after you're making some sales as well. That way you can kind of like automatically monitor stores and stuff. But let's see, like I can see multiple people on this listing. You see how stock counts are decreasing pretty consistently. Like this person went from 8 down to 5. This person went from 12 to 6. This person maybe made 4 sales there in a short little time span. And these are all FBA sellers that are all charging $31 or above. So we can see tons of proof on the offers tab down here that this item does actually sell. sell. So that would be another kind of decent winning product here. Let's see, is this just the refill? Yeah, just the refill. That's another profitable one because we're buying these for 13 for the refills, remember? Let's see, basic refill right there. That's another profitable product. So this is like a very high potential brand that we just found here with some of that auto ungated sourcing. Let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see what other products this person carries, see if we can find some more profit. And it looks like they sell like some craft yarn or wool or whatever. I'm usually just going to start with the ones that have the highest profit potential. And if even those aren't profitable, there's no reason to look at the stuff that's a lot cheaper. So let's see, like, what is this selling for? Maybe we check like Google Shopping tab. So Michaels has some. Michaels also sells a 15 pack, which could be good. We could split that bulk apart. Let's see, Walmart sells it for $7.27. Michaels could be cheaper with that code. Okay, we probably have something interesting. Okay, buy one, get one 50% off. That would actually be a lot cheaper than it was telling us it would be. So let's see, let's add it to cart. Is that actually stacking? Let's go view cart, add 2 items to qualify. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it is actually stacking. So we're getting this for $6.74 each. It's going to be close. It's also not like the craziest seller in the world, but I also see these two. So if we can get this style cheap enough, these two styles that sell a little bit faster might also be interesting. So let's definitely dig in further. So 647 times 3. Okay, so our ROI is like a little bit low. So let's actually go back over to Boxy and see if it has any suggestions for us. Hey, Boxy, I just found a product at Michael's, but it's only a 20% ROI. Are there any extra ways that you can think of that I could make this product cheaper so that I can buy it and it actually becomes profitable? And let's see. Okay, 20 ROI is where you manufacture margin. Okay, stack a coupon. Okay, we already used the coupon. Use a coupon code or cashback extensions. Okay, we can definitely look at that. Buy discounted gift cards for Michael's. Okay, that's probably going to help a lot. We can also try to get rid of sales tax, which in my case, I am baking in sales tax, so that would help as well. We can also check and see if FBA beats FBA or see if we can do like bulk deals, which actually now that I think about it, I completely forgot to check this one. I don't think that's going to be cheaper, just like doing the math in my head. Let's see, like 88 divided by 15 is our math. So I'm just going to do it in SellerAmp. 88 divided by 15. And that puts us at 587. Hey, it is actually cheaper. Okay, cool. I'm grateful for my bad mental math there. 587 times 3 and we're profitable. Okay, so now we can have more fun with it. Coupon exclusion, I think I saw. That's fine. Or hey, how about I just read and realize that it says 584 right there and my calculator was useless. Okay, that's fine. But we should probably still use that suggestion from Boxy. So it was talking about discounted gift cards, which I want to say, hey, Boxy, where do I buy those discounted gift cards from? Having been a seller for several years now, I know that Cardbear is the go-to, but again, I want to put myself in the shoes of a brand new seller and it was suggesting Cardbear. So let's go check it out. Let's search for Michael's. And then it looks like Michael's sells discounted gift cards at all these websites and seems like we can get anywhere from 12 to 14% discount. Let's see, what are these looking like? E-delivery, that's perfect. That's what I want. I don't want to deal with waiting for a gift card to come in the mail. And these are pretty like nice and simple. So I can go in here to this website. I can add this to cart and I can spend $215 on $250 worth of Michael's credit. And then I've basically immediately saved myself 14% there. And let's see. So there were these other websites. Those are not quite as much discount and the gift card values are lower. I am not super interested in that. But now we can go in here and make this even more profitable because the ROI right now is decent. Like at that price we found in the bulk pack, but there's no reason to make less money than we could. Now we can subtract 14% from our cost. And now it's a 56% ROI, almost $9 profit per unit. That becomes much more of a no-brainer for me. Let's see, let's check out these other two versions just to see if those are the same deal. Does this have that same 15 pack? It does. What color are we looking for? Raspberry, and we're looking for charcoal. Let's see, okay, so I did find raspberry. Hey, raspberry says it's out of stock. Charcoal, on the other hand, is in stock. Okay, $5.84 each, max cost of $17.59. So we are going to be making some money here, especially since we know we have those discounts. So let's do the same thing. So $5.84 times 3, and then we just go ahead and subtract that 14% right there. Yeah, so that's going to take us to $15, 52% ROI, $8 profit right there. And sweet. Okay, so yeah, found another pretty decent potential brand here. So that was really just like the first 2 brands in the list. So I would assume there's definitely some more potential in this person's storefront. We could keep doing that forever and you'd find a ton of profitable products. You're also noticing that this was the first storefront of the first auto ungated product that we found. So you got to imagine when you go ahead and run your scan on Boxem and you have 50, 100, 200 brands that are automatically approved, really you've created hundreds, thousands of storefront stocking potentials for other stores that sell the same things that you could. But obviously just finding the products is not the whole process. So now I want to say, hey Boxy, I just found some profitable items at Michael's and I found some 3D printed parts that seem pretty profitable. How do I make these sell as fast as possible? All right, let's see. So it's suggesting to go with FBM first if we want speed today, stay within a couple percent of the buy box, try to set our handling times nice and quick so that Amazon gives us more buy box share. If we have extra margin, we could try some PPC. I don't do a ton of PPC, but I have used it in this case before. Usually I use PPC as a way to buy, like it's saying, low competition traffic, or I'll buy it on products I've been stuck with for a while. Usually it's not going to be necessary at all. And then it's just making sure we pick fast selling listings. But in this case, we obviously know we found some nice and profitable listings. So let's actually check like this product, for example, that it's suggesting we could try to FBM. Let's actually just take this ASIN and say, okay, so I found this ASIN. How do I tell if I can FBM the product, or do I need to FBA it? And let's see. So it's saying you can list anything as FBM. Real question is whether it's FBM friendly. Okay, so we need to see if the buy box says shipped from Amazon or if it says it shipped from a seller. We can also check the offer summary to see if there's other FBM sellers, or we can check the Keepa data buy box statistics to see if anyone is getting FBM buy box share, which I like that. Let's dive in. So we can go and check it out. All the offers right now are all FBA sellers. And now the reason why that would be a problem is typically FBA sellers are getting that 2-day prime shipping. If you're an FBM seller, you're shipping direct from you to the customer. So it's a little bit slower, and Amazon tends to trust those sellers a little bit less just in terms of figuring out who to share sales with. So this could be something we would need to FBA. Let's also take the suggestion of looking at the data buy box statistics. And I can see, yeah, so the only 2 people that have made sales in the last, honestly, 365 days are both FBA sellers. Yeah, that FBA check mark is on right there. So this would be something we would need to FBA. So the next natural step is, how do we do that? How do we actually list those things? Which, okay, cool. It's already actually just suggesting how we do that. So we just need to go to FBA inventory page and then list FBA. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's go to inventory, click list FBA. That's going to take you right here. Go ahead and paste that ASIN, click new SKU. Let's go ahead and set the price we want to charge. Usually I'll just put it way above the price I actually want to sell it for. That way, when the product arrives at Amazon, just in case the price has gone up in the interim, I don't want to accidentally check in and sell it for like way less money than I could have. We were buying these for 13 bucks. And then our supplier was, I think, Bamboo or something like that. Yeah, looks good to me. So now when we create this listing, we also have all the data about this product stored in our SKU. So I know what I paid for it. I know where I bought it. I know when I listed the item. So that helps me just manage the inventory, help me know when to restock it, help me know how much profit is left, if I need to change prices or anything. Let's go ahead and submit that, and then also submit that listing to Amazon. That's going to load for usually about 10 to 15 minutes for this to communicate with Amazon. And then after those listings are actually created, you'll be able to go to the shipments tab on Boxem. It'll just walk you through the process of creating that shipment. So for example, let's just call it test. When you're making the shipment, I would suggest turning all of these things on. It just improves how much data you're storing about your product so you can make smarter decisions and stuff. And then unless you're making a really big shipment, I would also opt into 2D barcodes on Boxem. This is something that can help speed up your check-in times at Amazon. Usually I've seen maybe a day or two faster. You'll start making sales if you enable this right here. Otherwise, if you make a really big shipment, you can do Boxem provided, and that's going to send your shipment to multiple different destinations and save you on placement fees. This gets a little bit more complicated, which you can always just talk to Boxy about and have it explain to you how the difference works. But in general, what I'd say is if your shipment is less than 200 pounds, do 2D barcodes. If it's more than 200 pounds total of items, do Boxem provided. And then after you have those products listed, everything described, you'll go ahead and create a shipment right here. And that's going to walk you through the 1, 2, 3 step process of creating a shipment. And once you're ready to actually ship those first products out, there's a deep dive video on the channel that shows you all the different buttons to press to make this process as fast as possible. I just want to focus on the AI and sourcing applications today though. So with all the nuances and skills involved in selling on Amazon, there's not quite an AI that you can just type in and, hey, make me some money. But now that we have tools like that, it definitely makes the process a lot simpler than when I personally started selling about 7 years ago. So if you're excited to dive in and start using those AI methods to source more products, you can go ahead and grab a 2-week free trial of Boxem and SellerAmp down below. Those are those softwares that you'll need to actually start making some money on Amazon. As well as if you want to see a much more detailed breakdown into the process of selling on Amazon, I'll leave a link down below for a free course that also comes with tons of free documents, like a list of where I buy all my inventory from. And if you watched this far and you want to see that next step of the process where we actually ship these products off to Amazon in detail, go ahead and click this video right here.